Hey people, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving in this disturbing and emotional video of this black woman, Sonya Massey, who was unalived by a police officer in her home. She called 911 in early hours of July to report an intruder at her home. So police officers were dispatched to her home. They checked around her house and they reported that self-inflicted. Another one said she was shot. So I got some of the reaction on TikTok. Let's watch them together. And of course, I'll be back soon.
The moment that he assumed she wasn't out there mentally was the moment he wrote her off. The moment that he assumed she wasn't there mentally was the moment he seen her life as something that he could take without any consequence. Why? Because they could play that she was crazy card. She did something crazy card. She was about to do something crazy card. I was scared because she was acting crazy card. But this is the thing about that whole video, and I watched this so many times, and it gives me chills every time I watch it. Because it's like she knew immediately. And was calling on Jesus, was calling on God that whole time, because she knew immediately that their objective was not to help her. Their objective was not to save her from who she thought was. At that point, she probably didn't even care. You could tell she was ready for them to leave. Okay, thank you, love y'all. She didn't even care about what she thought was outside her house no more. And it was a click as soon as he asked her, are you mentally okay? You mentally well? So after that, you can kind of see him fishing for a reason, because they was about to leave, but then he gets to asking about an ID. First off, you didn't need her ID. If she couldn't find it, she didn't have it on her, you didn't need it. Y'all was about to leave. Y'all didn't see nobody around her house. Everything was good. All was well. Y'all could have just left, as y'all would have did with any other situation. If it's a DV call, if it's any type of call and nothing's going on, y'all gonna just leave and go on about y'all way. Y'all not gonna ask the person who called the police saying that they think it's a burglar in the area. Y'all not gonna ask them for their ID. That was a reason. He knew she wasn't gonna have it on her, because she just said she got dressed. She just got ready she just was getting ready to get, to answer the door. You knew she had an ID on her. You knew you was gonna have to come in that house with her. Because again, if you wasn't coming in my house to see if it was a burglar in my house, you didn't need to come in my house. I called you. I don't got my ID. Hold on, let me go get it. You ain't got to come in. What are you coming in for? Because he came in and stood over her. He didn't come in and do no. His partner did. His partner was doing a little looking around, but he didn't. He stood right over her. You know why he stood over her? Looking how he was looking? Because he was waiting for her to make one false move. One false move. She would have reached in that bag too quick, he would have shot her in. She would have went into a room too quick and came out around that corner too hard, he would have shot her in. He was looking for a reason, and that's crazy. He already had his mind. He had his mind made up. He was about to take her life. And he already knew what his excuse was going to be. Crazy bitch. He knew that was going to be his excuse. The moment he realized, and you can see it in the whole video, you almost see the energy shift. The moment he realized that this lady might not be all there mentally, he was going to take her life. And that's fucking crazy. It's crazy because it's real. That wasn't a movie. That wasn't a skit. That's real life. And he ain't the only one. That's the crazy part. That's like people who, it's a personification of people who be like, man, if y'all just do what the officer said, y'all wouldn't have to worry about them shooting you. That's a personification of some of these officers come into situations wanting to kill you, wanting you to give them a reason for them to be, like for them to say, and maybe get on a suspended leave, or they just be cool and go on about their day. They be waiting for a reason. They know what they want to do. It ain't about you not following, or you not abiding by the rules, or you being a threat. Sometimes it's just literally that's what they want to do. And because common sense, we all know that a pot on the stove is not going to catch on fire if you boil in water, especially in the time it takes for you to get an ID from me. He didn't have to tell her to turn that water off. That water could have stayed on. You know what that was? A reason. And she knew that too, because when she went over there, peep how she grabbed them gloves. Peep how she grabbed them gloves. She grabbed them gloves looking at him the whole time. Why? She didn't want him to get the wrong idea. She didn't want to give him a reason. And it's sad because I don't feel like she was gonna make it out of that situation at all.
I'm really in this house crying. That video is so sad. Like, I was in here trying to make a video to talk about the situation. It's just so sad. It's like when I first seen that video, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the video full. Like, I didn't watch the full video. I didn't know what was going on. I just thought like the cops came to her house, boom, boom, boom. The video was very long, so I just kept strolling. Then I kept seeing the same video on my timeline, and I was just like, let me watch the video. Y'all, that video was so fucking hard for me to watch. And let me get together. Oh, I don't even want y'all to see me like this, but I just had to really make this video because it's really hard for me to cry, and definitely for like a stranger. Like, I haven't felt like this in a long time. Like, I'm so irritated. I'm so mentally disturbed by that video. That video irritated me, and it put me in a real bad mood. I gotta get at. I'm irritated.
Something about Sonya Massey's murder has been haunting me in a place so deep that I could not find it. Besides the obvious reasons, I could not put my finger on why I was shaking, on why I could not sleep. And last night at 2 in the morning, I figured out what had me so disturbed. It was this.
I want to see it. I want to see it. Fuck all the discourse. Let's do it. Let's do it for real. I wanted to see the bear, and then I wanted to see Steven, from the barista from Starbucks, and be like, the bear.
Right. So a few months ago, the internet was set ablaze because women from all walks of life were answering a hypothetical question. If you were alone in the woods, would you rather be alone with a man or a bear? For months, men argued with us, taunted us, laughed at us for choosing in this hypothetical situation to be in the woods with a random bear rather than a random man. This is just the guy I stitched, but multiple guys were saying that they would actually like to see women put in this situation of psychological terror to test, to really see if women were serious when we said that we were that afraid of men that we would rather be in the woods with the wild animal instead. But see, the interesting thing about violence against women is that it's hypothetical until it's not. So now that we have footage, now that we have videotape of a woman in psychological terror cowering for her life, we have video footage of a man gaslighting a woman, saying, "Why would we hurt you? You called us." And then 20 minutes later, shooting her in the face. Now do you see that women aren't making it up? That we aren't making it up when we say we walk through the world under the assumption that a man could harm us at any given time? And for white women, when y'all were making your man versus bear arguments, which were all valid and correct, did you think about that aspect of it? Did you think about what it would mean for a black woman to encounter a male police officer? For black men, I want you to know that I understand why that conversation might have caused a visceral reaction in you, because people comparing men to wild animals is going to land differently on a black man's body. I know that. But I never understood why many of you could not see that conversation from a black woman's perspective. We have been watching mostly male police officers brutalize and kill people who look like us on tape for our entire lives. And you telling me you have absolutely no idea why a black woman would be afraid of a man, why she would open the door for 2 male police officers and the first words out of her mouth would be, "Don't hurt me." And I'm gonna end this video just like I ended the last one. Do men realize that they are the bears?
Hi, you guys. So, sorry. Oof. I know that this is a very unglamorous video, but I just saw the video of Sonya, and my heart goes out to her family. I am literally shaking right now because to see how someone's life can be taken in such a way is so terrible and so disgusting. When is this going to stop? I'm sorry. I saw many people talk about influencers and how people need to say something. And here I am. You all know how passionate I am about my community and my people. And to have a young black boy who is tall, who is black, and I guess what I'm saying is I worry. And now I'm going to have another conversation with him about being careful. When is this going to stop? When is enough enough?
Well, after watching the reaction from different people, kindly share your thoughts in the comment section below, because it's so sad that people who are supposed to protect us are the ones who are unaliving innocent people. People on TikTok were saying he is just young, but that does not give him the right to unalive someone. He is a 30-year-old man, meaning he's not young. He is old enough for him to know what he was doing. Anyway, rest in peace, beautiful young lady. I pray you get the justice you deserve. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. See you in the next video and stay safe.